wabarakatuh. Hello guys, how are you today? I hope you are in a good condition. My name is Naila Nur Salihah and my friend Fatimah Zahara. Today we would like to share information about sentence. So guys, are you ready to start our material? Okay, let's get started. Do you know about sentence, guys? Okay, let me explain the definition of the sentence. A sentence is a group of words giving a complete thought. A sentence must contain a subject and a verb. A sentence is a set of words that is complete in itself, typically containing a subject and predicate, conveying a statement, question, exclamation, or comment, and consisting of a main clause and sometimes one or more subordinate clause. Jadi, sentence adalah sekumpulan atau sekelompok kata yang lengkap dengan sendirinya, biasanya berisi subjek dan predikat, untuk menyampaikan pernyataan, pertanyaan, seru atau perintah, dan terdiri dari klausa utama dan terkadang satu atau beberapa klausa subordinat. Sentence itu unit dasar bahasa yang memberikan atau mengungkapkan pemikiran yang lengkap. Ini dilakukan dengan mengikuti aturan dasar tata bahasa sintaks. Sebuah sentence harus berisi setidaknya subjek dan kata kerja, meskipun mungkin tersirat. Untuk menyatakan pemikiran yang lengkap, kalimat tersebut secara umum diartikan sebagai sebuah kata atau sekelompok kata yang mengungkapkan sesuatu gagasan yang menyeluruh dengan memberikan pernyataan atau perintah atau mengajukan pertanyaan atau berseru. Sentence types are sometimes called clause types. Tipe-tipe sentence dapat dibedakan berdasarkan struktur dan juga penggunaannya. Nah, kalau sentence berdasarkan penggunaannya itu dapat dikategorikan menjadi 4, yaitu number 1 is a declarative sentence as a statement. Number 2 is imperative sentence as a command. Number 3 is interrogative sentence as a question. And number 4 is exclamatory sentence as a exclamation. Number 1, declarative sentence. Statement. It tells us something. Declarative sentence make a statement. They tell us something. They tell us something, information, a fact, and they normally end with a full stop or period. A declarative sentence is the most common type of sentence. It tells something. It ends with a full stop. An assertive sentence or declarative sentence simply express an opinion or feeling or makes a statement or describe things. In other words, it declares something. This type of sentence ends with a period. Kalimat deklaratif membuat pernyataan. Mereka memberitahu kita sesuatu, informasi, fakta, dan biasanya diakhiri dengan titik. Kalimat deklaratif adalah jenis kalimat yang paling umum. Itu diakhiri dengan berhenti penuh. Kalimat tegas atau kalimat deklaratif hanya mengungkapkan pendapat atau perasaan atau membuat pernyataan atau menggambarkan sesuatu. Dengan kata lain, itu menyatakan sesuatu. The usual word order for the declarative sentence is subject plus verb plus blah blah blah. Declarative sentence can be positive or negative. Look at this example. Positive. I like coffee. Negatifnya, I don't like coffee. Lagi, positifnya, we watch TV last night. Negatifnya, we did not watch TV last night. Example lainnya, I want to be a good cricketer. Adalah kalimat statement. I am very happy today. Itu adalah kalimat yang menyatakan feeling. Number 2 is imperative sentence. Command, it tells us to do something. An imperative sentence is a command or a polite request. An imperative sentence or command tells someone to do something. Imperative sentence usually end with a period, but under certain circumstances, it can end with a note of exclamation. Kalimat imperatif adalah perintah atau permintaan sopan, kalimat wajib atau perintah memberitahu seseorang untuk melakukan sesuatu. Kalimat imperatif biasanya diakhiri dengan titik, tetapi dalam keadaan tertentu dapat diakhiri dengan tanda seru. Note that there is usually no subject because the subject is understood. It is you. The usual word order for the imperative sentence is base verb. Imperative sentence can be positive or negative. For example, stop adalah positifnya. Negatifnya, don't stop. Lagi, positifnya, give her coffee. Negatifnya, don't give her coffee. Terus example lainnya, please sit down. I need you to sit down now. Number 3 is an interrogative sentence. Question. It asks us something. An interrogative sentence asks a question and ends with a question mark. They ask us something. They want information and they always end with a question mark. It ends with a question mark. Interrogative sentence must end with a note of interrogation. Kalimat interrogatif mengajukan pertanyaan dan diakhiri dengan tanda tanya. Mereka menanyakan sesuatu kepada kami. Mereka menginginkan informasi dan selalu diakhiri dengan tanda tanya. Kalimat interrogatif harus diakhiri dengan catatan interogasi atau yaitu tanda tanya. Interrogative sentence adalah tipe kalimat bahasa Inggris yang digunakan untuk membuat pertanyaan seperti yes no question, meminta respon ya atau tidak, alternative question, meminta memilih satu dari dua atau lebih kemungkinan. YH question, meminta informasi. Take question, yaitu meminta persetujuan. The usual word order for the interrogative sentence is YH word plus auxiliary plus subject plus verb blah blah blah. Interrogative sentence can be positive or negative. Look at this example. Positifnya yaitu do you like coffee? Sedangkan negatifnya don't you like coffee? Lagi positifnya why did you go? Why didn't you go? Terus contoh lainnya when are you going to submit your assignment? Do you know him? Number 4 is an exclamatory sentence. Exclamation, it expresses surprise. Exclamative sentence express strong emotion or surprise. It ends with an exclamation mark. An exclamatory sentence say something out of the ordinary. An exclamatory sentence express excitement or overflow of emotion. This emotion can be of happiness, wonder, sorrow, anger, etc. Kalimat seru mengekspresikan emosi atau keterkejutan yang kuat. Itu diakhiri dengan tanda seru. Kalimat seruan mengatakan sesuatu yang tidak biasa. Kalimat seruan mengungkapkan kegembiraan atau luapan emosi. Emosi ini biasanya berupa kebahagiaan, keajaiban, kesedihan, dan lain-lain. The usual word order for the exclamative sentence is what plus adjective plus noun plus subject plus verb. How plus adjective or adverb plus subject plus verb. Look at this example. What a liar he is! How he lied! What an exciting movie it was! What a day it was! How exciting the movie was! I cannot believe he would do that.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Fatimah Zahara and I'm here to continue Mbak Naila presentation about sentence. And in this part is about the 4 sentence structures. Okay, this is the 4 sentence structures. The first one is simple sentence, second complex sentence, the third compound sentence, and the last is compound complex sentence. Okay, the first one is simple sentence. What is simple sentence? A simple sentence is a sentence that consists of just one independent clause. Jadi, simple sentence ini adalah kalimat yang mengandung hanya ada satu independent clause saja. A simple sentence has no dependent clause. Jadi, simple sentence ini tidak ada dependent clause-nya. Hanya ada independent clause, satu independent clause. Jadi di simple sentence ini selain ada subjek, verb, dan objek, simple sentence ini juga ada modifiernya. So, in additional to the subject, verb, and object, a simple sentence may also have a modifier. Okay, this is the example. Watch this sentence, simple sentence. James ate the avocado very fast. So this James ate ini adalah independent clause. So the words James ate, it is a independent clause. And the words the avocado is the object, and the words very fast is the modifier. So James ate is the independent clause, the avocado is object, and the very fast is modifier. Okay, next is about types of simple sentence. There are two types of simple sentence. The first one is compound verbs and compound subject, and the second single subject and single verb. Okay, we discuss about the first type. Okay, the first is compound verb and compound subject. A compound verb is composed one subject and at least two verb. Jadi di compound verb ini terdiri dari satu subjek dan minimal ada dua verb. So, this is the example. The teacher taught and left. The teacher is subject. There is just one subject. There is the teacher, and two verb. The first verb is taught, and the second verb is left. Jadi di contohnya ini adalah the teacher taught and left. Jadi di contoh ini hanya ada satu subjek dan dua verb. Verb pertama yaitu taught, and the verb kedua adalah left. Okay, the next is compound subject. A compound subject is sentence composed of one verb and multiple subject. Jadi di compound subject ini ada satu verb, tapi subjeknya ada banyak. The example. Take a look at the example. James and John climbed to the top of the hill. So there is two subject. The first subject is James, and the second subject is John. And the verb, there is just one verb, is climbed. Jadi di contohnya ini adalah kalimat James and John climbed to the top of the hill. Di sini ada dua subjek. Subjek yang pertama yaitu James, kemudian ada conjunction, dan kemudian subjek kedua adalah John, dan di sini hanya ada satu verb yaitu climb. Okay, the second type is single subject and single verb. So the single subject and single verb is this kind of sentence comprises a single verb and a single subject. Jadi di single subject and single verb ini kalimatnya itu hanya ada satu verb dan satu subjek. So, take a look at the example. The candidate did well. The candidate is subject. There is just one subject and one verb. Did is a verb. Jadi di contohnya ini, the candidate did well. The candidate-nya adalah subjeknya dan hanya ada satu, lalu verb-nya adalah did dan hanya ada satu verb. Next is about the second structure of sentence is complex sentence. So the definition of complex sentence is a sentence that composed a single independent clause and one or more dependent clause. Jadi di complex sentence ini kalimatnya itu mengandung satu independent clause dan satu atau minimal satu dependent clause. Take a look at the example. The human brain never stops working until you stand up to speak in public. So the clause the human brain never stops working in here is independent clause. Then there is subordinating conjunction, the words until. And the dependent clause is you stand up to speak in public. Note in here is the role of subordinate conjunction and the dependent clause is to establish a time, a place, a reason, a condition, a concession, or a comparison of the main clause. So dependent clause is also known as a subordinate clause. Jadi lihat di contoh ini, kalimat the human brain never stop working until you stand up to speak in public. Jadi klausa the human brain never stop working ini adalah independent clause. Jadi independent clause ini bisa berdiri sendiri atau maksudnya bila kalimat until you stand up to speak in public ini dihapus, maka kalimat ini itu memiliki makna, jadi bisa berdiri sendiri. Lalu di contohnya ini ada conjunction-nya adalah until, lalu you stare up to speak in public ini adalah dependent clause. Jadi dependent clause ini tidak bisa berdiri sendiri. Kalau the human brain never stop working sampai until ini dihapus, maka ini tidak memiliki makna atau tidak bisa berdiri sendiri. Third structure is compound sentence. The definition of a compound sentence is made by joining two independent clauses together with a conjunction. Jadi compound sentence ini kalimatnya ada dua independent clause lalu digabung dengan conjunction atau digabung dengan kata penghubung. For the example, so the I drink green tea in here is independent clause, and they drink coffee is independent clause, then there is conjunction. Jadi di contoh kalimat ini, I drink green tea but they drink coffee ini adalah contoh compound sentence yang kalau dianalisis I drink green tea ini adalah independent clause dan they drink coffee ini adalah independent clause. Nah, dua independent clause ini digabung lalu ada conjunction atau digabung dengan conjunction but. Take a look at the example. The baby slept and dreamed and the mother watched while the rain fell. So if the sentence is analyzed, the baby slept and dreamed is independent clause. The word and is conjunction. The mother watched is independent clause, while is conjunction. The rain fell is dependent clause. So in this sentence there are two independent clause and one dependent clause. Jadi bila kita lihat di contohnya ini atau contoh kalimatnya ini dan dianalisis akan jadinya seperti ini. The baby slept and dreamed adalah independent clause. Ini independent clause ya. Kata and adalah conjunction, lalu the mother watched adalah independent clause, kata while adalah conjunction, dan the rain fell adalah dependent clause. Jadi di sini ada dua independent clause dan satu dependent clause.